we are starting to look at some cumulus clouds popping up for the day today. Will be still mostly sunny this afternoon. Temperatures right now upper 70s to low 80s across the area. And your sweatcast today, comfy to a bit sticky at times this afternoon. We do have lower humidity compared to last week, and so it should feel pretty comfortable at times into the day despite our temperatures warming up. And then same story tomorrow, just a little more humid than today, but really not too bad. If you're heading out to the pool this afternoon, well, temperatures will be around to even some a little bit below average. By 2 o'clock, we'll be in the mid, continuing to hang around, and 86 at 5 o'clock today. Sit in the mid to upper 80s. Some spots like Harrison right around 90. Dry today, dry tomorrow, but we are tracking some rain chances midweek. That'll time out coming up noon. Quiet heading into the evening hours. Clear tonight. Tomorrow morning, nice mild start to the day as well, with tomorrow afternoon looking very similar to today. Just a few passing clouds on and off into the afternoon, but still overall a decent amount of sunshine before rain chances go up midweek. Now today, temperatures will be back in the mid to upper 80s. A few spots may hit around 90, so we're right around average for this time of year for many. Mid to upper 70s by around 9 o'clock. And overnight lows tonight will stay pretty mild, mid to upper 60s, waking up in the morning. Still nice and cool in the low to mid 60s, I would say, in a few of our eastern counties again tomorrow morning. Here's what we're tracking. Big area of high pressure settled in place across the region today, keeping us nice and mild. But we're tracking this cold front currently situated back off to our northwest, heading off the Rockies into the plains today. It's kind of a slower moving front, but it will arrive midweek. And out ahead of it, we'll start to see moisture begin to increase again. So today overall looking pretty dry moisture wise for the beginning of August. Tomorrow, same story. It goes up just a bit out ahead of this front, and the front starts to inch its way a little bit closer on Wednesday, and moisture starts to surge here across the Show Me and parts of the natural state as well. And as the front starts to move on in, it kind of begins to stall out, and we'll have some decent rich moisture for your Thursday to feel a few more showers, a few thunderstorms Wednesday, Thursday that could linger into parts of Friday as well. So rain chance wise, Wednesday, Thursday, going to be the better chances with a few lingering Friday. Temperatures you notice also beginning to creep up back in the low to mid 90s. Once again, our average high is 90 degrees. So we are overall close. Wednesday will be a little bit warmer out ahead of that front. Next week looks pretty hot at times. So Wednesday morning, we start off dry. Into the afternoon, I actually think we see a lot of dry time. It's not really until the evening hours that we start to see shower chances begin to go up, especially north of I-44. The further southeast you are, likely the drier you'll be for the day Wednesday, with rain chances hanging around overnight, especially north of I-44. And into Thursday, that's when we'll start to see coverage become a little bit better across much of the area from the morning hours and into the evening as well, kind of lining up along that front, with once again a few hanging around Friday, this time mostly south of I-44, before we try and dry out heading into the weekend. Now Wednesday, there is a low level 1 marginal severe risk, mostly off in central Missouri. It does clip some of our northernmost counties. This would be for some strong damaging winds possible, and once again those storms look to arrive more so in the evening hours. Now in the mid to upper 80s, some spots like Harrison potentially hitting around 90. Overall rain chances best going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and into early Friday. Rain total wise though, I think we're looking at about half of an inch of rain or less, I'd say, through the next week ahead. So nothing to say over the last couple of hours though. We have had a little bit more cloud cover start to increase. These are just those cumulus cotton ball clouds passing by throughout the day. Overall partly to mostly sunny. Temperatures only a couple degrees warmer than this exact time yesterday, so it's really not feeling too bad as you start the work week off. Many right now in the low 80s, mid 80s back down towards Harrison, 86 in Monette, 84 in Lamar, and 82 in Warsaw right now. Throughout the day today, your temperatures climbing back into the upper 80s for many by around 4 o'clock. Once again, some passing clouds today. Evening temperatures by dinner time. You could still take dinner on the patio pretty comfortably. 6 p.m. 83 degrees. And we stay dry through the day today, and 70s arriving by around 8 o'clock. Highs today for many around, I'd say 88, 87, 88 degrees. Maybe some stuck in the mid 80s in some of our eastern counties this afternoon, but overall a really nice forecast for you today. We stay dry today, tomorrow, before rain chances do begin to go up by the middle of this week. We'll talk more about the timing and a severe threat coming up soon. Not a lot of sunshine right now, just a few passing cumulus clouds developing across the area. We stay dry though for the day today. Really nice afternoon, quiet, temperatures pretty mild, and then overnight to tonight, clear skies. Your day tomorrow looking very similar to today as well. Throughout the afternoon, similar story Tuesday, a few passing cumulus clouds. We stay dry with rain chances going up by the middle of this week. Now, temperatures today for many will be back in the mid to upper 80s. A spot or two may squeak to around 90, but many could actually stay a little bit below average temperature-wise this afternoon. By 9 o'clock, mid 70s for many, and overnight lows tonight in the mid to upper 60s, waking up tomorrow morning. You'll notice today quiet across the region, all thanks to this big area of high pressure. To our northwest, coming off the Rockies and into the plains, though, there is a cold front. This is going to be our next system that will bring us our next best chance for rain. Now, out ahead of it, we really aren't looking at a significant amount of moisture across the Ozarks today. Feels pretty nice. Tomorrow, a little bit of moisture as well starts to increase out ahead of the front, but then better moisture increase for your Wednesday as we look at the cold front start to work its way on into parts of central Missouri, and then it kind of slows down and begins to stall on out, and some nice rich moisture in place late Wednesday and into the day on Thursday will help fuel our shower chances and could lead to a few pockets of some heavy rain in some spots, but I'm not expecting any widespread flooding by any means. Now, we'll see rain chances Wednesday, best Thursday, and a few could linger into Friday. Temperatures starting to go up. We'll be back in the 90s for your Tuesday all the way through next Friday and really through the week ahead. Mid 90s by around Wednesday, and then the cold front pushes on in, but like you just saw, it's not going to push in much cooler air. Now, Wednesday, we start off dry. I do think, though, we enjoy some more dry time in the afternoon before rain chances increase a little bit more in the late afternoon and evening hours, especially north of I-44 and back into parts of central Missouri. Then by Thursday, this is 2 o'clock in the morning. So Wednesday night into Thursday morning, still a few showers hanging around, and I think we'll see some more throughout the day on and off Thursday with more rain Thursday evening, overnight, and into parts of the day Friday. Friday's rain chances may be a little bit better than south of I-44, and then trying to dry out for the weekend outside of maybe a stray shower or two on Saturday. There is a very low severe risk on Wednesday across parts of central Missouri mostly. That does clip some of our northernmost counties, and that would be for some strong gusty winds, maybe upwards of around 60 miles an hour. And rain total wise, I think we're looking at about half of an inch of rain or less with this system Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday. So for the next 7 days, not still with rain back from Maine all the way down through the Sunshine State today, and a couple of flash flood warnings, one back down in Georgia, and then several back over into parts of New Jersey, including maybe parts of New York City there. And they are looking at a significant amount of rain as a line of heavy showers and storms punches on through right now. Continuing to track the rain back over towards the southeast. It's a pretty wet day in the Sunshine State over into parts of central southern Georgia. There's that second flash flood warning there. And continuing to watch a chance for some severe storms today across parts of the plains back up towards Minnesota, looking at a level 2 slight risk for severe storms. Level 1 marginal threat there in green extends back over into parts of eastern Colorado there today. Some big heat towards the west in the Four Corners region. Heat advisories in orange, extreme heat warnings back across parts of Southern California, over towards Nevada, and then back down into Arizona for the day ahead. Today, 114 in Las Vegas, 88 here in Springfield today. Some cooler air back up towards Great Falls, 68 for a high this afternoon. Cover and rain. We're actually comfy to just a bit sticky maybe at times this afternoon. Certainly not as dry, maybe as crisp as the air felt early this morning, but really pretty pleasant today. And tomorrow, very similar. Humidity is up just a tad for the day tomorrow too. You'll notice the muggy meter shows conditions pretty mild today, tomorrow. I'd say maybe even a little bit higher on Wednesday as moisture does start to increase out ahead of a cold front, but your muggy meter is going to be a little sticky, muggy to steamy at times for your Thursday, Friday, and then maybe dropping just a bit this weekend, but this weekend will not have that fall-like feel like we had this past weekend. Your heat indices will start to creep up a bit. They're not too dangerous over the next several days, but they will start to be a little bit higher by Sunday, maybe and Monday of next week. Most afternoons, aside from today, will feel like the mid to upper 90s. Hottest maybe Wednesday as our highs creep into the mid 90s, and then they do start to go up as well next week, where we'll see temperatures in the mid 90s and likely feeling around 100 at least. Day today. Enjoy the quiet time. We do have a little bit of rain this week, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe into parts of Friday. Still though, looking at about ½ of an inch of rain or less across much of the area. By 4 o'clock today, we'll be in the mid to upper 80s. Not too bad of an afternoon. We're around to a little bit below average to start the week off, but the warm up will continue as we head into the rest of the week. Sunshine, despite some cloud cover, these just some passing cumulus, those cotton ball like clouds across much of the area today. And if you look closely, actually, you may see this kind of haze back over in Kansas and Oklahoma, maybe some smoke, some dust that could work its way here into parts of the Ozarks, and you may notice a little bit of a hazy sky into the evening. I'd say that's closer to I-49. Temperatures over the last 24 hours right now we're similar temperature wise to where we were at this time yesterday, which is pretty nice. Mid to upper 80s, 90 in Harrison today, and Rogers right now 88 in Monette, as well as Mountain Grove 84 in Rolla currently. Throughout the day today, the rest of your evening, we'll continue to see temperatures back in the mid 70s by 9 o'clock. Clouds clearing on out. Nice, quiet night with overnight lows back in the mid to upper 60s, pretty mild. And tomorrow, just a little bit warmer than today. We'll likely be in the upper 80s to low 90s again with a lot of sunshine. But we are tracking some rain chances on the way for your Wednesday, Thursday, and into parts of Friday as well. I'll have more details on the timing and some storm chances coming up. It will be a little bit warmer though tomorrow afternoon. Still a few passing clouds developing for your Tuesday afternoon, but we stay dry. Then as we head into Wednesday, that's when rain chances start to go back up. Now this evening, temperatures at 9 o'clock will still be in the mid to upper 70s. It should feel pretty nice. Good evening to take the dog for a walk. Overnight lows will be pretty mild. Some mid 60s, feeling nice tomorrow morning in our eastern counties. Few upper 60s, which is pretty average. And then tomorrow afternoon, temperatures back in the upper 80s to low 90s. A few of you, lucky few, may stay in the mid 80s tomorrow in some of our eastern counties, but the further west you go, likely the hotter you'll be for your Tuesday. Now today we've had this big area of high pressure dominating our forecast, keeping us quiet. We're tracking though this cold front off to our northwest. That starts to move in midweek, and rain chances start to go up as it inches its way closer. And as it does, we'll actually start to see moisture increase. So humidity has been on the lower end today for August. Tomorrow it's not too high, but it does creep up just a little bit more. And then moisture really starts to increase as we head into the middle of the week, as this front begins to sit over us heading into Wednesday and slows down and kind of begins to stall out by Thursday, keeping rain chances going. And we could see maybe a few pockets of heavy rain possible at times. Temperatures warm up. By Wednesday, we're in the mid 90s, and then the front hangs around and we're not cooling off too much behind it. By Friday, we're still in the low 90s, and we'll have a couple shower chances hanging around for the day on Friday as well. So let's time this out. This is Wednesday morning. I think we'll wake up to some showers in parts of northern Missouri. And then in the afternoon, that's when rain chances start to go up here in the Ozarks, mostly north of I-44. Further south, the further east you go, likely the drier you'll be still on Wednesday. And then better chances for maybe a few more storms in the evening and a few showers hanging around overnight. Thursday morning, we'll wake up to a few scattered showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder as well, and then a couple more into the afternoon and evening hours as that front hangs around still. And I think this model may be a little bit aggressive on the rain coverage for Friday, but regardless, we'll wake up to a few showers. I do think that better chance will be south of I-44, maybe a few into the afternoon, but I don't think Friday is a washout. Now Wednesday, as that front starts to approach, there is the potential for a few strong to severe storms. Now moving north of I-44, we have a level 1 marginal, basically low risk. Looks like wind going to be the primary threat again. Some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts could come out of these storms, maybe some quarter-size hail as well. So we'll be watching out for that. What we won't see a significant amount of this week is rain. I think we'll pick up on average about half of an inch of rain or less here in the Ozarks over the next 7 days. Of course, if you do sit under a thunderstorm that's kind of slow moving, you may see some isolated higher totals, but that would not be widespread, mostly half of an inch. In southeastern France, where recent rainfall helped revive vines almost overnight, offering a bit of hope that at least some regions could start to produce a strong vintage. Drop into the low 80s for many at 7, mid 70s by around 9 o'clock. Mostly clear skies this evening and overnight tonight. Lows will be back in the mid to upper 60s, waking up tomorrow morning pretty mild for this time of year. With lighter winds tonight, they are shifting from the south-southeast, and so we'll start to push in a little bit more moisture. Tomorrow, warmer upper 80s, low 90s, around to a little bit above average for this time of year. Humidity will start to gradually creep up tomorrow with rain chances on Wednesday. That'll time out coming up on KY3 News at 5. A little bit cooler. Some of our eastern counties in the mid 80s. 87 here in Springfield for a high today. 88 in Branson. Still hot though. 90 in Harrison. 91 in Joplin today for a high. And we are looking at a bit of cloud cover. Overall though, it's been mostly sunny. These just some pretty small cotton ball cumulus clouds across the Ozarks still this evening. Overnight tonight, they'll continue to break up a bit. Temperatures right now are in the mid to upper 80s, some low 90s still, 90 in Harrison, and over the next couple of hours, temperatures falling back upper 70s by around 8 o'clock. Overnight lows tonight, pretty mild, mid 60s in some of our eastern counties to upper 60s, closer to Highway 65, and highs tomorrow a little bit warmer. We'll likely sit in the upper 80s to low 90s, closer to average for this time of year, with rain chances by midweek and a few storms that could pack a punch that'll time out coming up soon.
All right, Danielle.
Afternoon, we've had a lot of sunshine, just a few passing clouds, staying dry, and temperatures around to, for some, even a little bit below average. Quiet this evening, clouds clearing out, and tomorrow looking very similar to today, just a little bit warmer. Tomorrow afternoon, a few more passing cumulus clouds. I think we stay completely dry though, with rain chances going up by the middle of this week on Wednesday. This evening, temperatures as we take you into 9 o'clock should be in the mid to a few upper 70s. Your lows tonight, pretty seasonable, mid to upper 60s. Mid 60s in some of our eastern counties. Lower humidity still in the morning, so it should feel pretty pleasant if you're up early. Heading into the afternoon, though, we'll warm up a bit. Many in the upper 80s to low 90s. Maybe a little warmer in some of our eastern counties. Regardless, I think you guys will be maybe a degree or two below average. And we are tracking our next cold front, currently situated back across parts of the plains coming off the Rockies. This front arrives on Wednesday, so we still have another day. But tomorrow, as it approaches, gets a little bit closer, we will start to see moisture begin to increase a bit. By Wednesday, when it arrives, a decent amount of moisture across much of the state, and we'll watch the potential for some showers, a few thunderstorms, and maybe a brief pocket of heavy rain here and there. As the front sits over us, it kind of stalls on out for your Thursday. Still some rich moisture in place, and we'll continue to watch some showers for your Thursday with the best coverage, and then a few lingering into Friday. And then a pretty small chance Saturday. And that chance Saturday, I'd say, is really for far southern Missouri, northern Arkansas for a few isolated afternoon pop-ups. So Thursday, the better rain chance. You notice temperatures staying pretty warm through the rest of the week, staying in the 90s, mid-90s on Wednesday before that front moves on in. And let's time out your rain chances. This is going to be Wednesday. I think in the morning and early afternoon, we should stay dry. Rain chances going up by the mid-afternoon north of I-44 and for the evening hours as well. Then overnight, I think we'll see a few more showers and thunderstorms. Still that better chance north of the interstate. Coverage moves a little further south with that stalled out front on Thursday. Still some brief pockets of heavy rain, and then into the evening and overnight hours, a few more scattered showers. I do think this model may be overdoing coverage a bit for Friday. We'll see a few showers, especially south of I-44, that better chance in the morning and afternoon. Wednesday's severe risk. There is a severe risk on Wednesday, I will say. It's going to be a level 1 marginal threat for areas kind of along and north of I-44. Damaging wind, the primary threat there.
Conservation shared this video this morning, an albino deer right there. We're going to see it again in just a second. In Greene County, true or false, even if an animal is entirely white, it is only considered albino if it has pink or light blue eyes.
I think that's true.
I'm going to go with you. True. It is true. Without the brown, black, or red, yellow pigments of melanin coloring the iris, their eyes appear pink or light blue. If an animal's eyes are any other color, it is not considered albino. Yeah, you can have full white rabbits. I mean, you can have albino white rabbits who have the light pink eyes, but you can also have like a white rabbit that has normal eyes. All right, so we need to stop this deer real quick and get a good look at the eyes. All right, we knew the heat was going to come back.
Yes, tonight we'll be back in the upper 60s, pretty average for
you. Thanks for watching KY3 News at 5. Emily and Steve right back here in half an hour.